Hi, hello students. This is Vijay Kumar. Welcome back to SR Maths Tutorials. Today we discuss about intermediate public examination. Very important concept. 1B textbook having a fourth chapter pair of straight lines. That concept having seven very major important theorems are there. The one of the major important theorem is on the board. The concept is if the equation ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0 represent a pair of straight lines, then prove that equation of the pair of angular bisector is h of x square minus y square is equal to a minus b into xy. First of all, ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0 is a pair of straight line equation. This pair of straight line equation represent two straight lines because of pair nothing but 2. Okay. Now I represent a pair of straight line equation or L1x plus M1y equal to 0, one line. One more line, L2x plus M2y equal to 0 is another line of a pair of straight lines. First of all, write this concept. Ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. Represent a pair of straight line. A pair of straight lines. Those are L1x plus M1y equal to 0 and L2x plus M2y equal to 0. It's clear, students? First of all, the theorem statement having ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0 is represent two pair of straight lines. Represent a pair of straight lines. Those pair of straight lines represent in the concept is just L1x plus M1y equal to 0 is one of the pair of straight line. One more pair of straight line is L2x plus M2y equal to 0. Actually, the given pair of straight line is homogeneous equation. Homogeneous equation nothing but a pair of straight line having the x degree and y degree completely degrees are equal is there. For example, here this equation x power is 2, x power 1, y power 1, 1 plus 1, 2, y power 2. Both are same degrees is there, same powers also is there. So that the equation is homogeneous equation. Homogeneous equation represent two straight lines. Those straight lines are passing through the origin. Okay. Now I am going to this pair of straight lines are right here ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to product of the two straight lines. Those straight lines are one is L1x plus M1y. L1x plus M1y into one more straight line is L2x plus M2y. L2x plus M2y. Clear? Now, this straight line represent here, you know distributive property. Yes or no? This term is multiple to this term and this term. You will get two terms are there. Similarly, same concept, this term is multiple to these two terms. This is also two terms. Finally, four terms coming from this product. Okay, I represent here, listen carefully, L1x, L2x. How much, students? L1, L2, x square. Now this term multiple this term L1m to xy. What, students? L1m to xy. Now the first term multiple to both are terms of the second concept. Now the second term of the first concept multiple to the first term of the second bracket, L to M1 xy, L to M1 xy. Similarly, last two terms multiple, M1 M2 yy, M1 M2 y square. The left side of the term write as it is ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. Nothing but here right terms are L1 L2 you write as it is. The last term M1 M2 y square also as it is. Now these two terms having the common terms are x and y is there, so that xy term will be common of the given two terms. These two terms having here xy is outside of the two terms. So remaining term is L1 M2 plus L2 M1. Now the statement, you compare to the left side terms and right side terms. Left side three terms are there. The first term is x square, second term is xy, third term is y square. Similarly, same three terms, right side also is there. Those are x square, xy, y square. So that comparison, compare to left hand side and right hand side corresponding terms. What is corresponding terms, students? Here x square, here x square. You will get the value is small a value L1 L2. Small a value how much? L1 L2. A is equal to L1 L2. Similarly, the second term xy coefficient L1 M2 plus L2 M1, xy coefficient 2h, so that 2h value is equal to L1 M2 plus L2 M1. This is the second term of the LHS and RHS. Now the third term is y square coefficient b. Y square coefficient M1 M2. Now the b value is M1 M2. Here y square, here y square. Quotient M1 M2, here b. Clear? Now the three terms are, tell me once again, students. Small a value L1 L2. To h value L1 M2 plus L2 M1. Now the last term b value is how much? M1 M2. Now what is the condition of the given problem? The equation of the pair of angular bisectors. Angular bisector means what? Here listen carefully. I draw a diagram with a concept. This is the coordinate axis. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. I am taking two straight lines. Those are L1x plus M1y equal to 0, L2x plus M2y equal to 0. Those straight lines are passing through the origin. Why those lines are passing through the origin? The straight lines having not a constant. Which straight lines are not having constants, those straight lines are passing through the origin. So that I am taking those straight lines are like this one. This is a first straight line. This straight line is passing through the origin or not here? This is origin. Okay. Now this straight line represent L1x plus M1y equal to 0. One more line also is passing through the origin. One more line. This is one more line. This line represent L2x plus M2y equal to 0. These two straight lines are surely passing through the origin because of those straight lines not having this constant is there. Okay, now our condition is the pair of angular bisectors. The pair of angular bisectors. What is the meaning of the pair of angular bisector? Bisector nothing but half of the values. Which half of the values? Angle bisector values. Nothing but one angle is 90 degrees there, half of the angle is 45 degrees. One of the angle is theta is there, angle bisect nothing but theta by 2. One angle is x is there, that is x by 2 is the angle bisector of the given angle. Now here the angle bisector of these two straight lines. This is angle bisector of these two straight lines is one line draw. This line, very important line, this one. This line is called, what is this line is called, students? This straight line is angular bisector of the given two straight lines, or those straight lines already ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equals 0 pair of straight line. It's clear? Now one more line also is angular bisector of the same concept. Where is that? Now these two straight lines are having one more angle also is there. That is here is there. Now for example, this angle is some theta. What is the angular bisector of this theta? Theta by 2. That line is angular bisector of these two straight lines. Like that one. This is a one more line. Now dot lines are also a two straight lines represent. Those two straight lines also a pair of straight lines. A pair of straight line. That pair of straight line answer is your final answer of the given question. H of x square minus y square is equal to a minus b into xy. You proved that concept. Okay. Now just to come to the point, what is that formula? The pair of angular bisector of the two straight lines formula is, I write, listen carefully. Come to the point. The pair of angular bisector of L1x plus M1y equal to 0 and L2x plus M2y equal to 0 is, formula is L1x plus M1y by under root over L1 square plus M1 square is equal to plus or minus L2x plus M2y whole by under root of L2 square plus M2 square. This is your concept of the formula. What is this formula, students? Angular bisector of the pair of straight line of two lines L1x plus M1y equal to 0 and L2x plus M2y equal to 0 is L1x plus M1y whole by under root of L1 square plus M1 square is equal to plus or minus L2x plus M2y whole by under root of L2 square plus M2 square. Now this concept having the denominators or root is there, so that I am taking the squaring on both sides, applying both sides, squaring on both sides. Very important concept. Now this concept is applying both sides squaring. Then if in case this power is 2 is there, this is a plus b whole square. This root will be cancelled. Here a plus b whole square. This root will be cancelled. Finally, plus or minus also will be removed. Directly you write plus. One more time you'll write here L1x plus M1y whole square by under root. Here also square. This is L1 square plus M1 square is equal to this square of the plus and minus is answer plus L2x plus M2y. This is square whole by L2 square plus M2 square having the square and 2. This is 2 here root, here 2 here root get cancelled. Finally, what you say here, the fraction having the numerators of a plus b whole square, a plus b whole square is there. So I'm writing that concept, listen carefully. Now listen students, now this is L1 square x square because of a square formula plus b square formula m1 square y square plus 2ab 2 you write in the order. First of all write L1 after m1 after x after y. Finally L1 m1 xy. 2 L1 m1 xy. This is taking one bracket. Whole by denominator is L1 square plus m1 square is equal to same concept again, a plus b whole square, L2 square x square plus m2 square y square plus 2 times of L2 x m2 y, but you write order 2 L2 m2 x y, close the bracket, and denominator having L2 square plus m2 square. Now this denominator term multiple to left side of the numerator. Similarly, denominator of the first fraction is multiple to the numerator of the second fraction or right side of the numerator. Okay, now you write these terms again. L1 square x square plus m1 square y square plus 2L1 m1 xy. Multiple this numerator to the denominator of the right side fraction, L2 square plus m2 square. Simply say that this is the cross multiplied method, okay, is equal to. Now this term is multiple to the numerator of the right side fraction, L2 square x square plus m2 square y square plus 2L2 m2 xy is multiple with the left side of the denominator fraction, L1 square plus m1 square, L1 square plus m1 square. Now the left side term having the first concept is 3 terms, second concept is 2 terms, 3 terms multiple to 2 terms, 3 to the 6 terms. Similarly right side also 3 terms, 2 terms, multiple with them 6 terms. Left side and right side having the 6 terms are the next step of the solution. Okay, listen carefully, very important step is there. Now this term is multiple to first term. What you say finally here? This is L1 square, this is L2 square. Variable is x square. Now this term multiple with m2 square also. You write order L1 square, m2 square, x square. The first term is multiple to both terms. Okay, now the second term multiple to both terms. Tell me here. First of all, write this L2 after m1. L2 square, m1 square y square plus m1 square m2 square y square, m1 square m2 square y square. Now the last term is multiple to both terms. Here you write in the order 2 L1 L2 square M1 XY plus 2 L1 L2 square M1 XY. Same term multiple to the last term 2 L1 M1 M2 square XY. 2 L1 M1 M2 square XY. Now the left terms are completely clear. The similarly same concepts, right side terms, 3 to the 6 terms. Very, very important. Tell me here. The first term, L2 square, X square and L1 square. First I write here L1 square. L1 square. Here L2 square, X square. The same term multiple to second term. First of all, write here L2 square, M1 square, X square. The next concept is M2 square Y square into L1 square. First write L1 square. L1 square, M2 square, Y square. The second term multiple with the second term. Here M1 square, here M2 square, Y square. Plus M1 square, M2 square, Y square. The third term multiple with the first term. Write in order 2 L1 square, L2 M2 XY plus 2 L1 square, L2 M2 XY, L2 M2 XY. The last term multiple with the last term 2 L2 M1 square, 2 L2 M1 square, M2 XY, M2 XY. Now right side terms also 6 clear, left side terms also 6 clear. Now you observe very carefully the 6 left side terms and the 6 right side terms having the common terms also is there. Signs also same is there. So you can cancel the terms. Those are here L1 square, L2 square, X square, positive is there. Right side term L1 square, L2 square, X square. Both terms same quantity and same signs also is there. So that these two terms will be cancelled. This is. And one more two terms also is there here. Those terms are M1 square, M2 square, Y square. Where is that one? Here, fourth term is there, left side. M1 square, M2 square, Y square. M1 square, M2 square, Y square. These two terms will be cancelled here. The remaining terms, tell me here. What are the remaining terms? Now the left side terms are X square, Y square, XY, XY. Here X square, Y square and XY, XY. Now the next step is you can see to the answer. Your answer is left side of the concept is X square, Y square terms are there. Right side terms is XY term is there. So that half of the terms X square, Y square left side and right side is there. Half of the terms left side and right side also is there. So that each and every X square, Y square terms are from right to left. Each and XY terms are from left to right. And changes of these signs also. Okay, now come to the point. You write these two terms as it is. Now I am taking this space. Okay. Okay, I am taking this spacious. This is very important, Nama, very important for 7 marks. Damn surely come to this concept. Now tell me here L1 square M2 square X square. L1 square M2 square X square. L2 square M1 square Y square. L2 square M1 square Y square. Now these two terms are coming from left to right. Okay, the right to left terms are comes, those are x square and y square terms also is there. Okay, now these two terms having the positives is there, I write negative terms. Now L2 square M1 square X square minus L2 square M1 square X square. One more term also is there, minus L1 square M2 square Y square is equal to the right same terms also here, two terms also is there. First of all, write those terms. Now 2 L1 square L2 M2 XY plus 2 times L2 M1 square M2 XY. Now the left side terms having XY terms also is there. These two terms are coming from left to right, signs will be changed. Now the first term is plus is there, you write minus 2 L1 L2 square minus 2 L1 L2 square M1 XY. Similarly, minus 2 L1 M1 M2 square XY. M2 square XY. Now listen students, this term is x square, this term is x square. You write these two terms using of the common of x square. Now tell me these two terms having x square is there, so that I am common of x square. Now remaining term, tell me here L1 square M2 square minus L2 square M1 square. It's clear? These two terms having common term x square, so that x square outside of the bracket. Inside terms are L1 square M2 square minus L2 square M1 square. Clear? Now similarly same concept, y square terms also is there. These two terms are y square. What is the common term? Here common term is y square. Here y square, here y square. Remaining terms are L2 square M1 square. L2 square M1 square. Next the terms sign is minus L1 square M2 square. It's clear? Now come to the point. Here this term having L1 L2, this term M1 M2, here L1 L2 M1 M2. Two terms are L1 L2, two terms are M1 M2, common is there, so that I write those terms in some order is there. Listen here, 2 L1 square L2 M2 XY. Now this term are interchanged. Tell me now, this is minus 2 L1 L2 square M1 XY. Now this term you write here plus 2 L2 M1 square M2 XY minus last term you write as it is, cannot be changed. Okay. Now what is a common term of this concept? Now listen here, this inside of the term almost on 99% same terms is there. L1 M2 L2 M1. But here L1 M2 L2 M1 is there, reverse order is there. That reverse order you write some like same order, L1 M2 minus L2 M1. I am changing of these two places. Whenever changing of the two places, minus will be common. Now this place is right minus. It's clear. What happens, students? These two terms having interchanged to each other. Whenever interchanged, whenever minus is inside of the minus is common is there. Whenever this is minus, you write positive. This is plus, you write negative. And each and every term is having square, 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 square. It's clear. Why are you taking like this one? Because of the first term having the terms are L1 M2 L2 M1. But here L2 M1 L2 M2 is there, reverse order is there. The common, whenever common minus is there, the term is same of the first concept. Okay, now come to a point. L1 square M2 square minus L2 square M1 square, remaining term is x square, here y square is equal to. Now this concept to having the common is 2 L1 L2 xy xy. So that here 2 L1 L2 xy will be common. Remaining terms are 1 L1 outside is there, 1 L1 inside is there. M2 is not outside is there, so inside term. Sign is minus. Here L1 L2 outside, the remaining one of the L2 is inside. M1 is already inside is there. It's clear. The same concept in these two situations. Plus here 2 common. Here M1 M2 M1 M2, both M1 M2 also common. Here xy, here xy also common. Remaining terms, tell me here. This is M1, this is L2. I write L2 after M1 minus here M2 L1 or L1 M2. L1 M2. Now this is square 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 comes at whole square whole square. How can you write? L1 M2 whole square minus L2 M1 whole square bracket of x square. Same concept, L1 M2 whole square minus L2 M1 whole square into y square is equal to. Now these two terms have the brackets are L1 M2 minus L2 M1. Here not L1 M2 minus L2 M1, reverse order is there, same concept repeating is there. So that I am changing of these two terms. Whenever changing of the two signs, the place is you write minus. Okay, now tell me, this is place is there, now I'm write minus. Whenever this minus comes, these two terms are interchanged. First term is now L1 M2, the second term is L2 M1. This sign is positive, this sign is negative. One more thing, this sign is also is changing is there. Now remaining terms you write as this 2 L1 L2 xy, L1 M2 minus L2 M1 2 M1 M2 xy. Now what is this formula, man? A square minus b square, a plus b into a minus b. A square minus b square, this is also a plus b into a minus b. First of all, I am not that formula because of these two terms are like same as it is 100 of 100%. So the terms are common. Remaining terms, tell me here, x square minus y square. Now these two brackets, listen carefully, these two brackets are same terms is there. Those terms will be closed. Remaining terms, tell me here, x square and minus and y square. So that I am writing these two terms are x square minus y square. Whenever this possible, these two brackets values are same and common is there. That common term I will write only one time. That term is L1 M2 whole square minus L2 M1 whole square. It's clear, Clear? Now I'm going to the right side term. The right side terms also, same terms also is there. L1 M2 minus L2 M1. L1 M2 minus L2 M1 is there. The two terms will be common. L1 M2 minus L2 M1. Finally, what says? That two terms will be common. Remaining terms, tell me. 2 L1 L2 XY minus 2 M1 M2 XY. It's clear, Amma? Now, this can be written as A square minus B square. What is the formula of A square minus B square? A plus B into A minus B. That formula I will write L1 M2 plus L2 M1 into L1 M2 minus L2 M1. This is a form of A square minus B square. A plus B into A minus B. You write here as it is x square minus y square is equal to. Now the right side term L1 M2 minus L2 M1. Now in this case 2 xy will be common. What, students? 2 xy will be common. Here 2 common, here xy common. The remaining terms L1 L2 minus M1 M2. L1 L2 minus M1 M2. It's clear, students? Now this step having L1 M2 minus L2 M1. L1 M2 minus L2 M1. Both terms are cancelled. These two terms are cancelled. Now already you know that L1 M2 plus M2 M1. L1 M2 plus L2 M1 value is 2H. Where is that? You can take this formula. This is used for now. L1 M2 plus L2 M1 is there. You write 2H simply. Now this value is 2H. 2H. Clear? Remaining term, tell me here. X square minus y square is equal to 2 of L1 L2 M1 M2. Where is L1 L2? M1 M2. L1 L2 A. M1 M2 B. L1 L2 A minus M1 M2 B into XY. Now these two terms of the left and right hand terms are here to. Both are cancelled. These two cancel. Remaining term, tell me. H of x square minus y square equal to A minus B into xy. Hence proved. It's clear, students? The final answer, tell me. H of x square minus y square. H of x square minus y square is equal to A minus B into xy. This is your final answer, Amma. Are you understood, students? Yes. Please like, share, subscribe our channel. Thank you very much.